This is Nayumi Cee once again, and for today's topic, as you can see, we'll talk about 10 Concentrix final interview questions and answers for aspiring call center agents just like you. And of course, I'll also give you tips on how to nail each of these questions. And I'd like to say thank you so much and shout out to Mr. John Ray Cinco for giving me all of these questions. So yes, without further ado, let's begin. So the very first part is communication skills related questions, and as per instruction, you just have to pick 1 to 2 questions out of this topic, and then the second part of this presentation comes with 5 questions about behavioral related type of questions. Okay, so let's start with the first one. By the way, I'd like to say that this is like so difficult to answer. It took me so much time to like figure out what are my tips or how will I answer these questions. So yeah, also make sure to stay tuned until the end because yeah, question number 10 is so difficult, I swear. So yes, the first question is, what has been the biggest lesson that you have learned during this pandemic, and how can you apply it at work? So I have here tips and tricks to nail this question. So the first one is, share what was your biggest realization in life when pandemic kicks in. Is it health is wealth? Prevention is better than cure? Having little savings is better than not having savings at all? Life is short, everything is uncertain, etc. So whatever realization is that. So those are just samples. And don't just share it. Also explain how you can relate that to the job you're trying to enter. And yes, thought counts, but deliver your answer spontaneously. Avoid long pauses. Avoid fillers. Be clear and concise with your answer. Okay. So yes, here's a sample answer you can consider. So yeah. The biggest lesson I've learned in life when this pandemic happened is that job security is so important. Millions of Filipinos lost their jobs because of this health crisis, and so choosing the right company that will be able to stand amidst all these difficulties is a must. It is notable that call center companies are the ones who's been affected but is still standing up to these days. And that's why I'd like to be part of this organization too. Okay, as you can see, this is somewhat related to getting a job and landing a call center job. Okay, and then the second question that we have is, what is your favorite movie? Tell me about it. Alright, sample answers or tips and tricks to nail this question is this. The first one is, maybe your favorite movie is a Korean movie or you love watching anime. It's okay to be honest that it's your favorite, but it's better if you have an English movie you've watched, as the job you're trying to enter is full of English speaking folks. And this also reveals whether you have an idea about American culture and their practices. And if you're not fond of movies just like me, remember that this question won't be asked to you because interviewers only ask you questions based on the answers you previously mentioned. So if you never told them that you enjoy watching movies, then they will never ask you, okay, what's your favorite movie? Tell me about it, right? So yes, those are my tips. I won't elaborate it. So sample answer is this. My favorite movie is entitled Castaway, starring Tom Hanks. It's an American survival drama film released in 2000. The movie is about a FedEx troubleshooter who's been stranded in an inhabited island after his plane crashed in the South Pacific. I love every scene in this movie as everything is so realistic. In fact, I can say that it's the best survival movie I've ever watched, as the main character never stopped doing ways in order to get out of that lonely place, and that is something relatable to real life situations. Keep going, don't lose hope. Okay. So yes, I think I've watched this video. Oh, I've watched this movie, and I liked it, really. Number 3 is, would you consider yourself as a big fish in a small pond or a small fish in a big pond? Why? So this is a difficult question, huh? So tips to nail this question is this. Since the question implies you to pick one of the 2 options, do so and then explain why you think that way. So yes, it's still important to follow instructions. If you're bold enough, you may say something like, it doesn't matter whether you're a small fish in a big pond. Pardon about the wrong typo. Na wrong pa. Okay, or the other way around, then tell the interviewer why you say so. And then remember that when you say someone is a big fish in a small pond, it means that he is powerful and important, but in a small group of people only, and vice versa. Okay, so pardon about that. Sample answer is this. As of this time, I'm considering myself as a small fish in a big pond, but I'll work on making progress and becoming so much better, so in time, I can also be a big fish in a big pond. The reason why I say so is because I'm currently aiming to be part of this huge company of yours, but later on, once I became part of it, I'll work on becoming a big fish with higher goals and values. Okay? So yes, by the way, are you still with me? Comment down below if yes, because not everyone can stay with me this long. So yeah, I appreciate you staying. Number 4 is, if you are the president of the Philippines, how would you handle this current pandemic situation we're in? Tips and tricks to nail this question is this. Imagine yourself ruling the entire country. You're struggling because of this pandemic. What are the rules you'd implement, or how will you resolve this dilemma? This is asked in order to know how strong is your leadership skills, or whether you have an ability to lead people. Offer resolutions, but make sure all of those are realistic and feasible. Same advice, avoid fillers, avoid dead air, speak spontaneously. Your answer don't really matter. What counts the most is how you deliver it, right? So sample answer is this. If I am the president, I will handle the current pandemic we're in by strictly implementing rules for the benefit of every single person. I will let every department under my supervision to use their fullest potential and capacity to deal with this. I will also allot enough budget in building facilities that are badly needed. But of course, I should do it in a balanced way, because this pandemic is not the only problem our country faces. Most of all, I will raise strict discipline towards my people, as I believe it is what's lacking right now. Okay, last question for the first part is, how many light bulbs are there in the Philippines, and why did you come up with that number? Okay, so teach me how to answer this better, because my sample answer later is, I think it's good enough, but it's not the best answer. So if you have a sample answer with this question, then share it in the comment section down below. Thank you. Okay, tips to nail this question is this. Consider how many people are living in the Philippines at present. Also consider the manufacturers of these bulbs. How many are those that they can make? If you don't have an idea about all of those figures, provide your answer and state your reason. Note that there is no such thing as right or wrong answer in this question. Okay, so feel free to come up with your own numbers. So sample answer is this. I believe there are over 110 million light bulbs in the Philippines, because there are over 110 million people living in the entire archipelago at present, and I consider them having at least one light bulb each houses. Why just one? Because not all Filipino families have light bulbs. Okay, so yes, we're down to 5 behavioral related interview questions, and here's number 1 question. Have you ever seen a colleague violate any school or company policy, what did you do? Sorry, ang arte ng boses ko. Okay, so tips and tricks to nail this question are as follows. If you've encountered a colleague, classmate, or workmate of yours who violated a certain rule, share it to your interviewer and be honest with what happened exactly, but make sure you did the right thing at that time. If you never experienced this, then simply admit and then explain what will you do if this will happen to you in the future instead. Sample answer is this. I never experienced seeing a coworker of mine violating certain company rules. If ever I happen to see one in the future, I will never tolerate it and will immediately report to the appropriate team. So number 2 is, what would make you not come into work, or what motivates you to go to work? Tips and tricks to nail this question are as follows. There are 2 questions, so answer both. So being honest is good, but too much honesty can put you down. You might say that the reason why you don't want to come to work is because you feel lazy that day. Don't say that. Tell them that only when it's a matter of life and death situation that you really can't report to work, like emergency, or when you're sick and can't even walk or talk. Share with them what motivates you to work except salary. It may be true, but that should not be it. You may mention a wonderful team, your family, and your passion for that job itself. Okay, so sample answer is this. I will not be able to come to work if there is an emergency or if I am completely ill and can't perform my tasks no matter what. Other than that, I'd never be absent. What motivates me to work is a happy working environment with happy people working as one in achieving our goals, and of course, my passion of helping customers by resolving their concerns. Okay, so question number 3 is, give me at least 3 life achievements that you're most proud of and why. So tips and tricks to nail this question are as follows. Share those 3 major achievements of yours and tell the interviewer why you're proud of it. Achievements is not all about fame, money, or winning moments. Being able to graduate from high school, being a survivor of a certain illness, or being able to have your own small business is already an achievement. So here's my sample answer, and this is based on my own experience. You can, of course, state what's your own experience. So being able to graduate from college despite our financial struggle, being able to pass 2 career eligibilities in one take, and landing a job on my own ways are the 3 major achievements I have in life that I'm most proud of. Why? Because I did it. My family and friends supported me all throughout, and that made everything possible as well. Okay, so that's it. Question number 4 is, have you ever talked to a difficult person or customer? Walk me through and how you've handled the situation. So tips and tricks to nail this question are as follows. If you're a newbie in BPO industry, you probably don't have an experience dealing with customers just yet. Share the same experience instead outside of BPO if you already have work experience such as sales clerk, fast food crew, etc. If you already experience talking to difficult customers, share how you resolve the concern. If you never worked before, I'm sure you already experienced dealing with ill-tempered, arrogant, or uneducated people. Share your experience, but always end it with a positive light. Okay, sample answer is this. Yes, I've encountered talking to difficult person multiple times. Each time I talk to one, I always use the approach that works every time. And that is by listening to them, by letting them vent out their feelings or emotion. After that, I'll acknowledge how they feel and assure them that I'm right by their side, willing to work with them to fix anything that needs to be corrected. Okay, and then the last question, which I said difficult, comment down below if you're still with me. Thank you. So, is my voice annoying? Pardon about that if yes. So, what has been your most favorite shopping find? Encourage me to get one too. So, Me personally, I don't like shopping for some reason. I don't know if I'm a woman, but I really don't like shopping. So tips and tricks to nail this question are as follows. So yes, this is mainly asked to aspiring agents seeking for sales positions. So of course, if the account that the company you're looking to work with has this account that offers, you know, sales position, then this could be asked to you. So if you're a Shopee holic or Lazada holic, then this could be easy to you. But if you're just like me, then this question is a little difficult. So make sure to remember what was that one thing you've ordered that you love the most and convince your interviewer to get one too. Okay, so yes. And also make sure, by the way, that when you're going to answer a sales related question, make sure to sound upbeat and enthusiastic, because that's how a sales agent should sound. Okay, so sample answer. Okay, here's the sample answer. Brilliant Skin Rejuvenating Set is my current favorite shopping find. I ordered this online. What I found special about this product is that of all the products I use to cure my acne problem, this is the only product that helped my skin improve. Not just that, it also works not just for those acne-prone skin. It's also good for any type of skin. I can see that this is also worth your money buying and will give you a guaranteed result. It's a must try, and so you should get one for yourself too and find out the wonders it can make in your skin. On top of that, it's super affordable. And yeah, that's it for today, guys. I found this video so difficult to create. Just be honest with you, but I'm happy I was able to create this for all of you guys. And yes, we have a Facebook page named Nayumi Cee. Please like that page. That would help me a lot. And yeah, you can also like this video if you like it. If you don't, then give it a thumbs down. That's fine. Share this video. Follow me in my social media accounts. I have TikTok. I also have Shopee account where I sell rejuvenating set, by the way. And you can also comment down below. Really appreciate that. I reply to each and every comment of yours, guys. And yes, please make sure to turn on the notification bell button when you subscribe to my channel. See you again next time. Bye!